my name's Karen McLennan and I've recently had bunion surgery on my feet. Probably first noticed around my teenage years when I was doing extra sport and going out in the evening wearing high heel shoes, that type of thing. I certainly had lots of pain with the bunions, particularly in the winter time, with certain shoes that I was wearing and particular sports that I was doing. So in my sort of mid-30s, after I'd had my children, I decided that I was ready to have bunion surgery and approached the NHS. But I was put off because of the length of time, 6 to 8 weeks per foot that I had to have off, and with young children and working, it just wasn't viable for me to do that. I decided to go ahead with the minimal invasive bunion surgery, mainly because of the fact that I could go straight back to work. I was driving very soon after the operation. There was no pins or screws in my feet. There's no scarring. I was able to be very mobile at home and be very independent. So they were the main reasons really. It's a win-win. Obviously I felt apprehensive. I've had both of my bunions done now. So the first one was my first ever operation, but I was made to feel very comfortable. Directly after the operation, Dr. Bianchi asked me to walk to the wheelchair just to be wheeled, and then I left the surgery and walked to the car. My husband drove me. And it was just unbelievable. Really happy that I didn't have any pain immediately afterwards. I was very comfortable and I'd been advised about the type of medication to take afterwards and to keep that topped up, and I just followed the instructions that I was given and it worked perfectly. My recovery afterwards seemed to be very quick. On both occasions, I was back to work after 5 days, but I felt that I was able to do things at home. Walking with the boot was perfectly fine, and I've been and watched my son playing rugby in the mud and the rain, and it's been perfectly fine. So far I'm really happy. There's minimal scarring on the left foot. In between the two surgeries I've gone back to running and I've had no pain or discomfort whatsoever. I would really recommend the surgery that I've undergone with both feet. I've had minimal pain, and for me it's been getting back to everyday life so swiftly that's been the real plus point. I felt valued and taken care of, and considering it was my first operation experience, I'm very happy indeed. So for me, one of the major benefits is all of the physical activities that I've been able to get back to that I perhaps disregarded in previous years. So I've been able to return to netball, I've been able to go back to running. I've been able to join my son at the tennis club, and they're all things that I'd really thought, even at my age at 46, I wasn't able to go back to because of the pain that I experienced with my feet and my bunions. So I'm really happy just to return to all the activities that I thought weren't possible before.